Good morning, people of God. How are you this morning? I pray that you're all well by God's grace. My name is Sister Malaysia from Navala. What a blessing it is to be alive this morning. Today's word of the day will be taken from the book of Second Kings, chapter 19. We are looking at the story of King Hezekiah. So now we see this king that came after many kings came before him. So there was something peculiar about King Hezekiah. If we read the book of Second Kings, when we check the lineage of different kings, there was a mistake that they were doing. Some of them they tried to be in right standing with God, but there was one thing that they were missing. Some of them they disobeyed God completely. They went to serve false idols and all of that. Even his father was like that, but he chose to follow the laws of Moses and the commandments of Moses and to honor the Lord. There was something beautiful that King Hezekiah did. We see it in chapter 19. We are in chapter 18. We are going to focus on 19, but there's something he did. And they said in chapter 18, verse 4, it says, he removed the high places, smashed the sacred stone, and cut down Asherah poles. He broke into pieces the bronze snake Moses had made for up to the time the Israelite had been burning incense with. It was called Nehushtan. So remember what was happening when other kings were coming and they were reigning. Instead of them destroying the previous places that the Israelites used to use to worship the bronze snake, to worship other false gods, they continued reigning and people were going there to offer incense. But then he realized that in all these generations, something was wrong, and there was something that was angering the Lord. There was something that made them to fall fully to sin easily. What was it? It was these high places. So what did he do? Immediately when he began to be king of Israel, the first thing he started with, he went to destroy those high places where they were offering sacrifices. If you remember the story of the bronze snake, there was a time whereby the God was so angry with the children of Israel that he sent forth snakes, venomous snakes, to bite them, and then they began to die and whatever. Then he commanded Moses that he should create a bronze snake that anyone who looks to it will live. That was for that particular season, that particular time. But foolishly, the children of Israel continued worshiping that snake and offering burnt offerings and incense. They forgot about the main person. They forgot about God. They thought that snake would answer them. They thought that snake will answer their prayers, or there was something special about it. But they forgot it was for such a time. And then they continue going to offer sacrifices in high places. They forgot the most important thing, which is God. And over, God was getting angry over that. But now when this king came into power, he managed to remember, like, the first thing I will start with King Hezekiah, I will start with breaking the high places. Now when we go to chapter 8, we see the Assyrian king, that he was busy threatening King Hezekiah that, no, if you think you're going to listen to your God is nothing. I've went to wars, I've killed a lot of people that they had their gods. I even burned their shrines, I burned their gods and all of that. But then there was something beautiful about King Hezekiah. He understood the power of God. He did not rely on his own strength. When this king was making all these demands, making all these threats and everything, he never depended on his own strength or his soldiers or whatever. He went back to God and told him, he tore his clothes and he put on sackcloth and he went into fasting and he went to cry to the Lord that, Lord, how long will you look at this king that is busy mocking your name, that is busy mocking you? Are you going to let him go easily like that? He went to the temple and cried out. But then there was a prophet Isaiah told him that, do not worry about this king. Let us go and present our worries to God. Hallelujah. So they went, and then he told the Lord, he prayed to the Lord, he said to the Lord, Lord, the God of Israel, enthroned between the cherubim, you alone are God over all the kingdoms of the earth. You have made the heavens and the earth. This is him declaring the power of the Lord. This is him telling God who he is. And I know that you are the God of all by yourself. I know that you are the only God. You are the supreme God. I know that you are the creator of the heavens and the earth. He said, give ear, Lord, and hear, open your eyes, Lord, and see and listen to the words of Sennacherib, which is the king of Assyria. And then he said he has sent ridicule to the living God. So I was telling God that, are you listening to this person? I know your power. I know who you are. I know what you can do. I know that you were God from the beginning. That's one thing I loved about this king. He understood who God was. So this morning I came with this word to come and ask you. Maybe you are sitting there, people are mocking you in your life. They're asking you, where is your God? Why are things going like this in your life? They're looking at situations in your life. They're mocking you that, do you even have power? Can this, your God, even deliver you from this? So I just want you to be like this king, that when they were mocking him, when life was so tough, when the soldiers were besieging him, waiting outside his kingdom, instead of thinking of power, instead of thinking of how he can avenge by himself, how he can fight by himself, he went back to God. He reminded God of who he is. He told God that, I know you. I know you. So this morning, I just want to ask you this question. Do you know your God? Do you know the power that your God possesses? So I don't know what you might be facing this morning. I just wanted to remind you that there was once a king who was besieged. There was once a king who was threatened, but he knew that there's a king of kings. There's a king that is greater than all the kings, and he ran back to him. So whatever that you're facing this morning, be like this king. Don't think of your own strength. Don't listen to the voices of the people outside there that are telling you that, will your God ever be able to do this for you? Go back to your father. Ask him. Tell him that I don't have the power to face this person. I look up to you. I depend on you. Come to my rescue. Hallelujah. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day.